back. Zimbabwe's general election is set for next year, but all eyes appear to be set on the recent Kenyan presidential election. Zimbabwe's government-owned newspaper, The Herald, reports that the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission has said it will conduct elections in accordance with the country's electoral laws to avoid the Kenyan situation where presidential elections were nullified last week. The Commission's chairperson, Justice Rita Makarau, is reported as saying that the success of the biometric voter registration exercise depends on the integrity of the Electoral Commission. And the Ugandan government is appealing to striking judges and magistrates to return to work. Judges and magistrates abandoned courtrooms last week, complaining about government's failure to improve their working conditions. They want the salary of the Chief Justice to be raised to $15,290 from $5,560 he currently earns. They want the lowest paid magistrate to earn at least $3,600 per month. They're also demanding medical insurance, housing and fuel allowances. The Minister of Justice, General Kahinda Otafire, has assured the judges and magistrates that high-level consultations are underway between the Judiciary and the Judicial Service Commission to address their concerns. A new report coming out of South Sudan shows 12 million people have been displaced by conflict since December 2013. 1 in 3 residents is said to have been displaced, while 1 in 2 is severely hungry and in need of food assistance.
As conflict rages on in South Sudan, nearly a third of South Sudan's 12 million citizens have fled their homes, creating Africa's biggest refugee crisis since the Rwandan genocide. Many of the displaced people are dependent on food aid from aid organizations. Recently, the International Committee of the Red Cross distributed much-needed food aid to about 6,000 people in the village of Zubair in the northwest of the country. With a population of about 54,000 people, the village of Zubair is now host to about 18,000 internally displaced people who fled clashes in the last year.
Zubair was much affected by the crisis because between June 2016 and June 2017, they have received over 2,850 families. And compared to other places where people arrived but continued to Sudan, so Zubair is really most affected, and that's why we thought that it was urgent to bring assistance.
Oil-rich South Sudan became the world's youngest nation when it won independence from neighboring Sudan in 2011, following decades of conflict. But civil war quickly followed in 2013, after President Salva Kiir, an ethnic Dinka, fired his deputy Riek Machar. Since then, the conflict has been punctuated by gruesome massacres of civilians and extreme sexual violence. Ethnic militia have divided the country into a patchwork of fiefdoms.
The Senegal Dance School, founded by the mother of African dance May Bicoston, as funding has now dried up. The closure will cut down the unique opportunity for young dancers to have a place where they can share their own traditional dances and where they are taught contemporary dance by visiting international artists.
It's showtime at the École des Arts in Toubab Diallo, Senegal, as performers showcase their latest dance routines. Known for fusing African traditional dance with contemporary techniques with a touch of urban and modern aesthetic, the prestigious school is one of Africa's longest and unique dance institutions. The brainchild of renowned Beninois choreographer, also known as the Queen of Contemporary African Dance, Germaine Cogni, the school has long been a place for training and exchange for dancers from all over the world.
The SAN school works with the traditional dance, but also with the contemporary dance. We offer a way of moving the traditional dances towards the contemporary dance. This is an interesting approach, as the dancers realize that we are offering them the possibility of passing from one style to the other, and nobody else offers this in any other school.
According to management, the school risks closing down due to a lack of funding, despite its importance to the continent. In its 19 years of existence, The school has received financial support from various foreign institutions from Holland, France, Germany and the United States. But the school has struggled to attract funding in the last few years. Like many students here, Kosivi is drawn by the Akogni's dance technique, which embraces the human body in its natural composition. It is a combination of modern dance and movement based on drumming patterns and rhythms known as drummers education, as well as guiding dance choreography based on the theme multiple identity. For Kosivi, the potential closure of the school will deprive many of something that has brought so much to the world of dance.
Today I have the chance of being here. I really have the chance of being here and seeing everything that the school brings me today. I would like it if others would also have the chance to come here. This school is extremely important, very important for the African culture and in particular for the dance. Hearing that this school might close down, it was a shock for me.
The school's management is hoping that the Senegalese government will step in with much-needed cash injection, and they're calling on other stakeholders on the continent for contributions.
We need a budget in order to be able to function and to continue this work. And I believe that the problem is that the foreign institutions helped us, and now it is time for Africa to help herself and to help us.
Meanwhile, students hope to follow in the footsteps of the dance in hope that they too will grow and continue to chart new paths for African contemporary dance.
That's our program today. Thank you for watching. I am BC Adebayo.